Hi, this is Adrian.
And I'm Carrie.
And for this episode of the Scent Library, we are gonna do the Giorgio Armani experience.
Yep.
What it's like to be a fan of Giorgio Armani.
Okay, well, let's start out with the probably the most well-known and certainly one of the best-selling of the Armani line, Acqua di Gio. This one's been around for quite a while. It came out in 1996. It was by a pretty famous, it was by a trio of perfumers, but Alberto Morillas, Anna Menardo, and Christian Dussolaer. They all co-opted on this one to put this together, and this one was a huge hit for Armani back in the 90s, following other similar types of fragrances, freshy type fragrances that came on the scene in the 90s, like CK1 and La Odyssey by Miss Isimiaki.
Yeah.
So this one was kind of revolutionary because it brought like fruity and florals into men's scents in a kind of a new way. Sort of pioneered with CK1 and with Isimiaki, but taking it in a little bit of a different direction with going sort of aquatic notes. What were your thoughts on this one when you wore it? What did you find it useful for?
I really like it for warm weather, like really hot outside.
Yeah.
And I like it for its aquatic scent.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't last too long though.
Right. Yeah. So there's been different. It's been said that there have been different reformulations of this through the years. With it coming out in 1996, that was before the IFRA regulations that started limiting certain ingredients and stuff, and they had to reformulate a few things. Oak moss is in here, so one of the things they may have had to tone down that may have had a big impact on the staying power of it could have been oak moss. Hard really to tell, but old bottles of this, people would say it lasted for 6 to 8 hours. Now I really feel it's more like 2 to 4 hours. It's a little bit disappointing from a price point because they still charge a pretty high retail price for it. Not that you can't get it at discounters for better, but nonetheless, I think it's kind of lost its powerhouse stuff. So I think a lot of the people that get this either they're trying to round out their collection, or they're real fans of it from the old days, and even though it doesn't last as long, they just spray it more. Mm-hmm. So, but I do think that what you said is important. It's a warm weather fragrance. In the cold, you won't even smell this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on to another Acqua di Gio line. Now, this one is Acqua di Gio Profumo. It came out in 2015. I don't really feel like this one is so much of a flanker of the Acqua di Gio as much as it is it's got aquatic notes in it, and they put it sort of in the same line as that. There's been lots of different flankers of the Acqua di Gio, so maybe in a much broader sense, you could look at this one as a flanker of a flanker. But I do like this one as a cooler weather evening scent. What were your experiences with this one when you wore it?
Mine would be for warmer weather. That's how I feel.
Really?
But yeah, for warmer weather. And it's also aquatic, like the Acqua di Gio regular. Yeah. But this one lasts longer.
Yeah, that's one thing about this one. The Profumo definitely lasts a lot longer. So the Profumo has sea notes, bergamot. It has rosemary, sage, geranium, so there's some nice florals and some aromatics in there, and then incense and patchouli. So I definitely think it takes it more towards like an evening sort of a fragrance. Not that you couldn't wear it any other time and stuff, but it's something I think that feels more appropriate for evening than maybe Acqua di Gio does, which feels more like a daytime sort of a scent. Okay, and then let's go on to another one in the Acqua di Gio line. Now this one I really like a lot. Acqua di Gio Profundo.
Yes.
Okay, and this one came out in 2020, also by Alberto Morillas. So he stayed with this line and done a lot with it. This one has aquatic notes, bergamot, mandarin, rosemary, lavender, mineral notes, musk, patchouli, and amber. So kind of aquatic, a little bit fruity, floral, aromatic, and some sort of like woody, grassy notes and stuff. This one, I think, edges a little bit more blue fragrance for me.
Okay.
I don't think of it so much as an evening scent or a day scent. This one is probably the most versatile of the three Acqua di Gios that we're going to talk about, and certainly I think is one of the more wearable ones of all the Acqua di Gio lines.
Yeah, I like this one. It also lasts long,
Mm-hmm.
compared to the original Acqua di Gio.
Yeah, and it has a sort of a vibrantness to it. It is one of the more recent ones, so certainly they're following trends of what people like, in the modern day and stuff, so it's the most modern one. This one, though, I think gets a lot of love from the fragrance community, and if you had to pick one Acqua di Gio to go with of the three that we've talked about, I think this is the one that I would keep because of the versatility.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's jump lines to another very popular Armani line, and we'll go with the original Armani Code.
Wow.
Okay. This one came out in 2004. Okay, so we're going back in time a little bit with this one. And this one has a spicy sort of a approach to it. It has lemon and bergamot for the top, but then it has star anise, a sort of a licorice smell to it. And then guaiac wood, leather, tonka, and tobacco. So kind of spicy, kind of sweet and leathery, tobacco-y. This one has always kind of captivated my attention, and I've liked it a lot. I would think of it more for like an evening scent than I would like a daytime office scent. It's a great, like a kind of a date night or going out to a club type of a scent. What are your feelings on this one?
Well, we are about to talk about the other Armani Code in a bit, but this one, definitely what you said, more like an office scent kind of vibe.
Do you like it for warmer or colder weather?
I like it for cooler weather.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think in hot weather, this would get a little bit too sweet and spicy. So let's move on to the next code, and this is code Absolu.
Yes.
Not to be confused with code Absolu Gold, which would look like this except have a gold top on it.
Oh, okay.
But this is, I think, the first of the Absolus, and this one came out in 2020, and it has top notes of mandarin orange, green apple, and then it has iris and saffron, and tonka, benzoin, guaiac wood, and cedar. Now, I think you liked this one quite a bit, right?
It's for its vanilla scent.
Yeah, this one definitely has a kind of sweet, spicy, really attractive sort of a profile to it. What weather do you think this one goes best with?
I would say still cooler weather.
Cooler weather. Yeah, I would find this one a little bit tough to wear in really warm weather. I think it would get overpowering, or in really close spaces. Like if you're going to put this on and be riding in the car with somebody for an hour or two, they may wish that you had waited to put it on because it's sort of strong, but not in a bad way. It's just, it does what it's supposed to do. It really performs. And I think that's why a lot of people really like this one. Okay, let's move on to a couple others. The Stronger With You line has quite a few flankers in it. This one is Stronger With You Intensely, which is the only one of the Stronger With You line that we have to talk about today. This one came out in 2019, and what do you think of when you wore this one? What does this put you in mind of?
Delicious. Delicious. It's got toffee.
Yeah, it's a sort of a gourmand.
Yes.
It's a really sort of a yummy scent. So for this one came out in 2019, and it has notes of pink pepper, juniper, and violet, and then toffee, cinnamon, sage, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, and suede. So all kinds of soft and nice and sweet things. So I think this one I would definitely think of kind of as a date night fragrance, wouldn't you?
Yes, yes. Of
Yeah,
course.
I mean, you could wear it in other occasions. I think of it more of a cooler weather scent than I do like a summer scent.
Definitely cooler weather, like
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, because then those nice, warm, gourmand scents really come through, and you smell them in a sort of in an environment where you would think that that's really wonderful. I don't know that toffee and vanilla sounds really wonderful like on a super hot day or something like that. This is not something I would wear as a gym scent. It's not like a freshie or something. This one is definitely kind of an up close and personal scent.
Yes.
Okay, now let's move on to one that is a freshie, although I don't think I would call this one a gym scent. This one is like way too high end for spraying on to go lift weights.
This one, I like it for its neroli scent.
Yeah, this one's really a beautiful one. This is Orangerie Venise, and this one came out in 2019. It's by Dominique Ropion.
Mm-hmm.
And it has bitter orange and citruses and bergamot, neroli, and agathosma. I'm not really sure what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Look it up. Ambroxan, cedar, and moss. And I don't know if that's oak moss or what, but they just say moss. This one is a freshie. While I would not call this one a gym scent, this one is one that I think is perfect for warm weather, spring, summer days, or something like that. It smells like oranges, being like in an orange grove where you smell the flowers and the oranginess and the outdoorsy sorts of smells. I just love this one for warm weather.
Yeah, definitely warm weather. I still love it for its neroli scent.
Yeah, it's a nice, fresh, sort of a soft scent to it. The orange comes through, but it's not like orange juice overpowering or something. It's just it's a really beautiful blend of an orange. And why they call it Venise, I'm not really sure, but it certainly is a beautiful scent. And I don't know if they classify this one as a for women or for men or as
It's
unisex.
unisex.
Okay, but I definitely think that either can pull it off because it's such a pretty but not masculine or feminine leaning scent.
Yes.
Okay, so that wraps up the Armanis that we have to talk about.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that you would like to know or comment, leave a comment for us and we'll try to get back to you. And
Yep. Till next time, we'll have more episodes.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
bye.